Hello again, it's good to see you. I hope you enjoyed a fantastic holiday weekend with your family and friends. Thank you for sitting down to take the time to watch how I fared with this Finish 6 by Christmas finale. So let's just jump into it. I feel like I hit all my goals except for one, but that's okay. You know how it is with panning. It's just like something you feel like you're gonna finish and then it just doesn't. You keep working on it. So out of the 6 products, I did finish 5 things. The one thing I did not finish, I like this product, thankfully, but I didn't finish it. It was my Benefit Hoola Bronzer. Man, you get insane value for your money when you buy this bronzer because it stays and stays and stays and stays no matter how much you use it. So here's my progress. I'm working on it every single day and I feel like I'm still gonna be working on it well into 2016. So if you're new to my videos, the way that I prefer to use this currently is to take an angled Bare Minerals brush and I just dust it lightly over my cheekbones to give me a little bit more color to my foundation. I do like to use this as a contour in the late spring, early summer, but during the winter months, I've really been impressed with my second item that I wanted to make progress in, and that is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. My original goal for this with the Finish 6 by Christmas is to hit pan, and I have done that. You can see I've hit major pan. And the way that I accomplish this is to go in with the Sonia Kashuk version of the NARS Ita brush. I press it into the center of this pan and then I apply it to all of the areas that I would normally contour. It is a brilliant way to multitask a product if you have fairer skin like I do, because this powder is too dark for me to use all over my face. I get a really big line of demarcation. It's not flattering for me at all. But it works really, really well as a subtle contour. So if you're trying to figure out how to use dim light in your collection, or you're trying to find more ways to make it work for you, subtle contouring is the way to go. And then you can go back to a darker contour as you get into, late spring, summer, and early fall. So really been enjoying this, and to hit pan, it's a good feeling. So because this was one of those products that I didn't really get a whole lot of use out of until I started using it as a contour, and now I can't imagine doing my makeup without it, especially since it's gotten a little bit colder. So perfect for that. Then the third thing, my original goal with this was to hit pan, and the product is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Setting Powder. Like I said, my original goal was just to hit pan, but then it has turned into finish it, because as I started panning it, I realized just how shallow that pan is. I mean, you see that. You still have to have a really light hand with it, because if you're not careful, it can look very cakey very quickly. But using an e.l.f. powder brush, I still hit pan really fast. So I did not finish it by Christmas, as you can see with what little is left, but I will be finished with this before New Year's, so I will be able to include it in my massive 2015 empties total. So that makes me happy right there. So, but it is expensive considering you don't get a whole lot of product, but if you're trying this powder out for the first time and you're wondering how to best make it work for you and make it last a little bit longer, tap your brush into the powder, then press it into your skin before you buff it out. Otherwise, when you swirl your brush around in this powder, you're gonna have a lot of kickback, a lot of fallout. It gets all over your mirror. It can be very frustrating because it's very expensive to get this powder. I believe it was, what, $38? So you don't want to have a lot of kickback when you're paying that much for a powder. So gently tap your brush in, tap it onto your face, into all the areas you want powdered, and then buff it in. It'll help last a little bit longer. Then moving on to more powdered products, the other thing I wanted to do was to hit pan, or no, finish the shade White from my Lorac Mega Pro palette. I loved it as a brow bone highlight, and I also used it as a face highlight as well. As you can see, I hit my goal and finished it, and I've continued working on my Lorac Mega Pro by hitting pan in the shade Khaki and also in the shade Cashmere down here. So Lots of things that you can move out in these seasonal panning challenges. I highly suggest you jump into them if you haven't done one before. So white's completely done. I'm going in with a matte white shadow from the Too Faced Matte Eyes collection to kind of sub in with the look, because the other, I'm so excited about this. My number 5 product that I wanted to finish by the 25th, this is the shade Slate from the Lorac Pro, and that matte white highlight with it is beautiful. So like I said, I'm following in with a Too Faced shadow now so I can continue the look as I go into Stila. But as far as the Lorac Pro palette went, I did finish my goal, and Slate is now gone. If you don't follow me on Instagram, this is going to be your first look at a second finished palette now. So I'm going to do a video dedicated just to the Pan That Palette finale, how I felt panning the Lorac Pro versus the Urban Decay Naked palette, favorite shadow combos and all that. So be on the lookout, that's coming. But that was super exciting to be able to finish my last shade by the time the goal of Christmas came around. So I am just, it's so good. So good. If you haven't ever panned a palette before, I challenge you to do it, because you will feel so accomplished. It's amazing to be able to get every last penny out of your makeup, and it's just, yeah, it's so cool. Especially because I know a lot of you are joining the panning community now that Elle's put out the Project Use It Up for 2016. So welcome. You're gonna have so much fun and make amazing friendships this year as you get the most out of your makeup. So get forward to an exciting journey. And then my last product that I wanted to finish, number 6, is the Too Faced La Creme lipstick in pink chocolate. Hallelujah. Down at the bottom, it is at the point where I am scraping the sides of the tube on my lips. So I think I only have probably the use out of today. I am wearing it, but I probably won't be able to use it, you know, after an application or 2 more today. So, oh, it feels good to get another mauve lipstick out of my collection, because apparently I have quite the stash of mauves that now that I've looked through everything. But I was surprised to finish a bonus item. It is the NYX lip liner in the shade Ever. It is the perfect combination with your mauve lipsticks. If you want to do the Kylie Jenner kind of 90s lip trend that's going on right now, these two are beautiful. I actually finished this before I finished the lipsticks, so I went back to Ulta and purchased a backup of the NYX Ever, and I've already started well into this, having to sharpen it, so I can't recommend this enough. I actually prefer the NYX lip liners over the MAC pencils, if you're curious, because I know there were several of you that had some questions on, you know, is it worth purchasing? Yes, and they're, you know, a fraction of the price of what a MAC pencil is going to cost you. So very, very happy that both of these two are done, and now I can start working on some more mauve lipsticks in my collection. So that's it. Thank you for taking the time to sit down and watch this. Like I said, I'm going to be posting another video with the Pan That Palette finale, going into, you know, all about panning the Lorac Pro, and also too, I need to do my intro video for Stila's in the Light palette. We're going to have standouts, tips, and shoutouts coming up. I'm going to have another look posted with the looks like Sassed Up with Champagne if you want this eye look using other palettes. Now that I finished Slate, I'm going in with Night Sky now is typically my base color with that. And then I've got a drugstore combo you can use and other palettes combo as we get into 2016. So a lot to film. And I still have, I did get a few makeup items for Christmas that I want to show you and kind of how I'm going to incorporate them into Pan That Palette for next year. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Catch you later.